Alec, what's your number 7?
It's Carcassonne South Sea. No, Carcassonne.
Carcassone.
Carcase 1.
Carcase 1.
Yeah, Carcase 1. No, Carcassonne. It's a classic game. It's just a beautiful tile placing game. Semi-cooperative again. It is semi-cooperative. Yes, you're playing for yourself to win, but it is always there.
It's one of the aspects of the game that I'm going to
Yeah.
explore when I talk about it a little later. But
Yeah.
You keep yourself bottled up then.
No, that you help,
Don't spoil yourself.
that you do help each other. If someone is struggling for a move, you do show them the best potential moves. You know. You disagree?
I strongly dislike that aspect of Carcassonne.
Right.
If you're teaching somebody the game, yes, in the same way that you would in Formula D. But, like, if we played Carcassonne
Yeah.
that way, oh, man.
No.
I mean, there are so many more complicated games that you could
there are.
arguably need help in.
Yeah, but it's not about it being complex and you needing help. Sometimes it's like, well, there's this move. I think this is the move, or I'm really just struggling to see
have you
where
tried
to
that?
place this.
do you reckon that could go over there? Kind of
Yeah,
thing?
I'm really just struggling to place this, or he's got that card. Well, that blatantly just goes there, doesn't it? Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Do you know what that would feel like to me? That would feel like I was eating a meal and you were leaning over to me and going, you could cut up that piece of steak with your knife and then put it in your mouth. I'd just be like, oh man, just.
No, because I'm not force feeding you the moves.
I know.
You have an optional moves.
I didn't say you were taking the steak and putting it in my mouth.
No, but it's semi-cooperative.
It's something you like about the game.
Yeah. It's I like that it's encouraged in the game because it is a friendly game. It is not competitive at all. Like if you win, brilliant. It is not it's not hyper competitive at all. There's no competitive element at all. Well, there is a competitive element. Your idea is to win, but it's not super competitive at all. It's friendly. It's relaxed.
It does the thing.
It is relaxed.
Yeah.
I'll agree with that.
It does the thing that a
relaxed.
lot of games that I've talked about already. It creates something at the very end of it.
Your views.
I know. I'm adding to Alex.
Yeah, you better build on this when it's yours. Just that one.
He's helping with my views.
Oh, and how
Isn't it?
irritating it is.
Isn't it?
Oh,
But generally, at the end of a game of Carcassonne, I feel quite content
Yeah.
with what has been created on the tabletop.
Yeah.
I look at it and go, well, that was pretty fun, kind of thing. So.
Yeah. The original, I like the expansions they add. Again, modular expansions, they add bits. You don't have to put them in. When it comes to like the standalone versions, such as Gold Rush and South Seas.
Would you care to name any more?
There's a caveman one, isn't there?
Yeah, exactly. So let's be fair. We'd only played Gold Rush and South Seas, haven't we?
Yeah, I haven't played the caveman. Yeah, but that's because
Or the Star Wars one or whatever.
Also, no, but I've looked at the Star Wars one online and I didn't like the look of it.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, just in case other people think, like,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah,
I've played
them
several
all,
of the
yeah.
expansions. We have only played Gold Rush and South Seas.
Yeah. I really like what Gold Rush adds to it. The idea of the tent and the
Mining and
mining,
all that, yeah.
That's really nice. And
the farmers aren't as much of the thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because you've got the miners, like, suddenly the game...
Yeah. Oh my god, that's going to be a massive mountain for him. Right, let's get on there, leech a little bit quickly.
Yeah, which is very in keeping with the theme of the Wild West.
And the fact that it's... That there's enough randomness in that mining as well, because you could just be mining dirt.
Yeah, which
or,
again,
yeah,
very thematic.
Or you could be taking, 10 gold away from him, really quickly.
5 is the most
Yeah,
on
but you get 2 of them.
Yeah. No, it's the gold mining side of Carcassonne Gold Rush is like definitely interesting.
And as a skin, I think it works very well.
Yeah, I mean, you can see where the game, like this is the old version, and you can see where the new Carcassonne skin came from.
Yes.
When you see these Carcassonne around the world.
Yeah, South Seas. I like the idea behind it, but I don't like how it
So
actually
South
ends up
Seas wouldn't
playing
be
out.
on your top 10.
No,
Right,
no,
so let's
yeah,
ignore
yeah,
South
yeah.
Seas.
Carcassonne South Seas doesn't, to me, feel like
Carcassonne. Yeah,
Yeah.
fair enough. Fair enough.
It feels
Yeah.
like a very different
Probably
game.
why I
Yeah.
like it.
We'll get to that later, shouldn't we, I suppose. But
I really hope South Seas isn't on his list.
it's not on this list, but he'll talk about it when it's my turn. So.
Okay. Yeah, but the fact that you build a world that is different every time. Again, yes, you've got the same tiles, but
Yeah,
in different orders.
If you
The
wanted
shape
to
of the
be,
world
if
comes
you
out
wanted to be
differently.
really, really, really kind to Carcassonne, and I don't think this would be an unfair thing to say, the end of a game of Carcassonne is like the end of a game of Go. Do you know what I mean? Like that board, that's your board.
Yeah.
The end of a game of Go, one of the reasons Go is so much better at the end of the game than chess is the end of a chessboard looks much like other end of chess. Like chessboards don't tell a story.
No.
Like if you stop motion animation, yes, but the end shot doesn't. The end shot of Carcassonne sort of tells the story. You don't see all the pieces all the time,
Yeah.
but Go is the same thing. Like
One of the
you've got
one of the aspects of the end, the last things you do in Carcassonne when you're totaling up all the points for all the things you've got left on the board, it has one of the aspects of gaming that I quite like. It's not to the degree of other games where you might have cards that have points on and things like that, but you've scored the points during the game. But there's that sometimes
Endgame
that
scoring.
bit of
Yeah.
surprise
Yeah.
where it's like, oh my god, I didn't realise you've got
Ticket-
that extra.
Yeah.
Ticket to Ride,
Thing, yeah.
El Grande,
Or in
Euro game.
Yeah,
Gold
It
Rush.
is a
and
Euro
yeah,
game.
things,
Gold
yeah.
Rush does that really well
Yeah.
with the minor
the
tokens.
goals. Yeah.
That it does really
Yeah,
well.
Gold Rush is more of a surprise than original
Yes.
Carcassonne,
Yeah.
but that's arguably making it
because
weaker
farming is more of a
because
thing in
Carcassonne
that.
is Carcassonne's a much more pure Euro game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is much more like a modern where like you see a lot of Euro games with more luck thrown in.
Yeah.
Now, when you play Carcassonne, do you play proper Carcassonne or do you play the house rule one where you draw the tile
Well,
at the end of your turn?
both.
See, I think you don't need this cuddly semi-co-op bullshit. If you draw the tile at the end of your turn, you
Language
think
one,
about.
no?
I don't care. I really like in the same way that when Nick pointed out that in Formula D, I was going, no, you can move that a bit better. Just ruins Formula D unless someone's learning it. I feel exactly the same way about Carcassonne. Carcassonne is a relaxed game, but it is a game. I want the most points. I don't want you to tell me how to get my points.
But you're the kind of person who doesn't like that anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know.
Whereas I think most of the other people that we
whereas-
play Carcassonne with
yeah, Carcassonne.
enjoy that.
Yeah.
Oh, have you seen that?
Yeah,
There's actually a mountain tile over there.
and for me, Carcassonne is built in that spirit.
And you go,
It
does
has-
that tile go there?
Yeah,
Oh, it doesn't go there.
Yeah,
never
it is
mind.
built
Yeah.
in that
Yeah,
spirit.
I can
So
see
when
that.
evaluating the game, I take that into
See,
account.
I would so much rather like the idea of Carcassonne as this cold, hard Euro game. The dead of Carcassonne, where you are squeezing every point out of everything. You are screwing everyone over with every time.
No,
that.
you see,
that
because
would
you're
be great.
building you're building the map together. So yes, there should be an element of soft cooperation.
I still find a little bit of glee in pointing a rail so that someone can't finish a mountain,
Yeah.
but I don't go out of my way
Yeah.
to do
No,
that.
I mean, no.
when I can add to my own
but
game.
that's what you were just saying.
No,
you say
it's-
you wanted this
no,
hard,
that's
cold
the-
game.
Yeah,
That's
which
what
is
you were
exactly
saying.
the way that you should play Ticket to Ride. If you're like, oh, I'm not
No,
going to
no.
block your route.
Yeah, but
play for yourself.
Again,
but that's what I'm talking
not
about.
built in, is it? That's not built into Ticket to Ride.
What do you mean?
Like helping people isn't built into Ticket to Ride.
No, it isn't.
helping
no,
people-
but
helping
the
is
equivalent,
built
the
into
equivalent
this
that you're
game.
talking, the helping in Carcassonne is the equivalent in Ticket to Ride of saying we're not going to block anyone's routes.
No, it's not. No, it really isn't because it's built into the spirit of Carcassonne. It isn't built into the spirit
I
of Ticket
think
to Ride.
you've built it. I think our group learnt Carcassonne that way, but I don't think that's necessarily the way the way that it's
Okay.
meant to. I've played Carcassonne as a. We're not all gonna sit here and sing Kumbaya. We're gonna like play to win, and I really, really like that.
You still play to win, like in Ticket to Ride. Played it plenty of times where me and Claire have tried to screw each other over, hasn't worked, and Ben's just gone, and thrown down, like. So that for me, Ticket to Ride doesn't have that element of play nice. You can choose to play nice, but
Ticket to Ride 100%. There is a massive community in Ticket to Ride. Like if you play the app, no blocking. Like you don't block routes, and by that I don't mean like you can't go there because you need to. Like when we played Marplen, whatever it was, and I put one train down that really bugged you.
You don't intentionally sabotage.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like that for me, because obviously Ticket to Ride doesn't have any semi-cooperative element. The cuddly version of Ticket to Ride is like the cuddly version of Carcassonne.
I think what slightly helps Carcassonne in that respect of sort of slightly screwing people over is that if you do put a rail into a mountain, there's almost an jovial sense of like, oh God, Matt, I can't believe you put your don't put the rail there. No, you put the rail there.
I agree. You're not going to ruin someone's game as harshly in Carcassonne as you are in Ticket to Ride.
Yeah.
But at the same time, a move like that in Carcassonne can massively help you. Like you, the player, like you can do that and then put something on something and then carry on. Like I think that's, and what you're talking about there, you would, in that move where you put that mountain rail that's going to screw him up, Alec might have pointed that out. Do you know what I mean?
He might have done.
In this semi-cooperative nature, right?
He might have done.
But and see that, to me, isn't what I would remotely call semi-cooperative. Because that's like saying in El Grande, hey dude, if you put 2 men there, you've taken away all his points. That's not semi-cooperative. That's like metagaming the game.
No, but
do you know what I
mean? I think
semi-cooperative is me telling you the move that will give you the most points. I think the
word semi-cooperative is maybe not the right word for it, but it's more of a sense of semi-play. Maybe is a good word that describes it. Where
semi-competitive.
You not only describe the good moves someone could make, but also the bad move, the screw you moves people could make. So you go, well, you could bat it to your rail, or actually, have you seen his mountain over there? You could always try and turn it a little bit and put the rail in there, kind of thing. So you point out all aspects of what someone could do on most people's turns, and so everybody's having the same equal amount of that.
Yeah.
But then someone can still have that gameplay sort of like expertise to know, well, I definitely should be building my mountain here, or I should definitely be extending my rail over here and stuff like that. Or well, I'm totally doing a farm game. This is where I need to put my pieces.
I think part of the reason that your semi-cooperative feeling exists in this, let's say, and the reason to compare it to Ticket to Ride is they're both like the pillars of modern classic classic board, like Euro-y board games. Is Ticket to Ride is hidden information. You don't know the routes I'm doing. You don't know the cards I've got in my hand. Carcassonne is completely open plan.
Yeah.
Which is why the variant of Carcassonne, where you have three tiles, and you on your turn you play one and draw one back, I think would make it a better game.
I've not played that enough to say whether or not that.
I've never played it that way, but I think it would make, because you've got choice.
I've played it in the sense where you draw a card immediately.
Because you can see that's what Cacao built on Carcassonne with, because you have the 3 tiles.
Yeah.
Which.
Cacao is. There are games that are decidedly better, but yeah.
Cool. Should we? Well, do you have anything else you want to say about Carcassonne?
Not really. No. I think it's a beautifully classic game, and it deserves a place in anybody's top 10.
You would play it any time.
I'll go into a bit more detail when it comes up, but I would play it any time.
Right. For me, Carcassonne is a bowl of vanilla ice cream. Right. If I have got room for pudding, and someone says, "Would you like pudding?" and I say, "Oh, I'd love a pudding. What have you got?" Well, we've just got this big bowl of vanilla ice cream. I'll say, "Okay then. Sure, I haven't had vanilla ice cream in a while." And if they say, "Hey, shall I help you eat that?" I'll say, "Fuck off. I want to eat my own ice cream." And then that will be fine.
And that's where we'll end it.